everyone. Okay, I'm Jimmy, and this is Melissa, Barbara, and Ryan, and Alexis. Today we'll be talking about product design. Adam and Arai will be here. Okay, so basically, what is product design? Humans, we are very demanding, so we need a product designer to actually keep producing things to satisfy us. And a product designer, what's the difference between a product design and industrial design? Product design is basically something that does not exist and you create it. Whereas industrial design, you focus on improving the product that already exists. There are two things a product design has. Creativity and logical approach. Creativity is think out of the box. Like a chair, you can actually improve it. A chair will never always be a chair. And for logical approach, even though your product is good, you have to have the logic which is it's usable and it's legit. And this is actually a brief history of what has been designed for the past for a century. You look close to it. In 19 USA, they actually created Kodak. It's a camera, and this is a vacuum cleaner. This guy created vacuum cleaner. He's the hero of all housewives. Okay, I'll pass it to Barbara.
What is your name, Barbara? The real name?
So basically this is the design process. So the first one is research, and then after that is the brief. Moving on is concept design, design development, detail design, and last but not least, productions. So now we're going to talk about the first four drawings. The first one that we need is obviously we need a drawing board. And the second one is T-square. So what is T-square? T-square is basically like a T-shaped ruler that normally used in medical drawings. And then moving on is set square. Set square is like a triangle thing that we normally use in technical drawings. And then the third one is tablets that most of people call it French curve. It's basically used in draftings. And then we have protectors, pastel, markers, watercolors, and charcoal pens. Charcoal pens is basically used to create the patterns and pronouncings. And we have chalk and airbrush. Airbrush is like a gun thing. Yeah, and then we have lots of pens. For example, pencils, technical pens, ball pens, brush pens, and ink pens. Last but not least, eraser. So now, this is the CAD system, which is computer-aided design system. The first one is mouse and keyboard. And the second one, which I think is most easiest one, is touch screens. They use tablets, stylus, and stuff like that to draw. And last but not least is haptic systems. And these are the example. And these are examples of the software of the CAD systems. Yeah. So now we're going to talk about the types of drawings. There are two main types. The first one is two-dimensional, which we call it 2D, and 3D, which is three-dimensional, and sketches, CAD drawings, last but not least, technical illustrations. The first one is sketches. Sketches is the most important things, which come up with idea and also concept. And yeah, as you can see, this is the doodles and some of the drawings, like this. Yeah, and concept sketches is the most sketches. It's the first sketches of a product. And this is perspective drawings. This is 1 point static. 1 point, and then 2 point, and then 3 point. Yeah. So now this is the metric projections. This is basically the same thing. The only difference thing about this is the angle. Here. This is axonometric projections. Is degrees on the left and 45 degrees on the right. And isometric projection is 30 degrees on the right and 30 degrees on the left. And oblique drawing is like this. So this is your eye. And it's like a box thing. From here you can see that it's 45 degrees. So the difference between isometric projection and oblique drawings is that oblique drawings put more focus on the front of the object, while the isometric projection puts more effort on the edge of the project.
Actually, if you touch lighter, it's actually better. It feels like the board also nervous, you see. Yeah, you can try if you need to try.
Okay, so now moving on is orthographic projection, which is under 2D types of drawings. This is like the kemahiran hidup thing. Yeah. And the modern maps thing. This is actually like, it's basically the same thing, but the only different thing is from the angle. Second activity is the first angle and third angle. And this is a section drawing, which is like, this is what we call cut plan, which can reveal the interior combination of the project. Moving on, we're going to talk about GA drawing, which is general arrangement drawings. These are an example of GA drawings, which is a drawing for everyone to understand. And yeah, it also includes some details, areas, and also some stuff like that. And CAD drawings. This is 3D models and color and cuts, mostly for 3D. And last but not least, expose the diagram of edge parts. Okay, so last but not least is technical iterations. So these are examples of technical iterations. Technical iteration is basically like an overall explanation of what the product is or does to enhance the viewer's understanding and interest. So yeah, that's all. So now I'm passing to Jean for the scope of work.
Yeah, we're talking scope of work again. This is basically similar to the design process. Okay, for a product designer, you have to talk to your client first, and they'll give you a brief of what they want. And the brief will not specific everything. So you have to develop your ideas, making initial sketches, and you have to talk to your colleague, discuss about it. What do you want to design? After that, you'll have to decide on which material you want to use, which suits the client's need. And after that, you use computer design software, which is what Barbara talked about, is the CAD, to produce a detailed final drawings. After that, when it's okay, you make a sample of it, and when there's a prototype, you can actually test it, and if there's a problem, you solve the problem, unless if it's perfect. And you can't only work alone. You need skilled colleagues like engineers and model makers, because we product designers, they are not, I'm not saying all, but most of them, they would need engineers actually know the degrees and all, which is safe to use. And for model makers, unless you want to build your own model, you need a model maker. Okay. This is the highlight of this. For an industrial designer, you need a good sense of color. Even though how good your design is, if the color is not there, it's not nice. And balance and proportion, of course. And visual and written communication skills is because you need to present to the clients or your directors and all. Okay? And this is actually more to your qualifications. Nowadays, you need degrees because you have to suit the client's core business plan. Okay, I'll pass it to Alexis.
Good morning, I'm Shui. So now let me talk about the responsibilities that handled by the furniture designer. Firstly, the furniture designer should have a meeting with their clients. So when they know what the client needs, they should do some research to identify the suitability and the availability of material use. And then they should have a discussion with those engineers and others departments, and then they will making a presentation to their senior designer. So when all the meetings are done, they will work on ideas in a team. For example, if you need to create a chair, firstly you have to create a sketches, and then you need to create a sketches. So you need enough of manpower to create this product. So you should work as a teamwork. When the models have done, they should testing the model whether it can be used or not. And then when the models are successfully done, they will use the software. For price listing and costing. So furthermore, the financial designer should taking part in specialist team meeting. And then when all steps have done, they will start manufacturing the products. So now, pass it to Shiva.
I'm finding the graduate. Listen.
So now I'll be talking about the design process. And basically, I will talk more details in these three parts: the research, the brief, and the concept design. And for the research, basically the research is about the backgrounding and the concept design. And first, the designer will have to meet with their client, and the client will tell them their requirements, everything. And then the designer will have to sit together and do some brainstorming and to make the new ideas. And every designer actually they have their own styles. Some of the designer will prefer to do the mind mapping thing, and some will like the doodles. Last, there were also some who like to use only pictures. They will put all the pictures on the wall as a base idea to generate the new ideas. And then next, they will come to the brief. The brief is actually called the product design specification, which is also called the PDS. In the brief, there includes a lot of details, like the customer requirements, the weather conditions, the environmental conditions, and the materials they need to use. Then after that is the concept design. The concept design is like the early sketches. They do initial sketches of the most early ideas. And you can see here is, and this one you can see the designer is considering about the type, the patterns of the chairs they wanted. And then here they also have design of the lamp they want. And this one basically is very personal because it's very messy. They scribble everything on a piece of paper. So it's only a reference for the designer. And after this, they will come out with early schematics, which is more accurate and more systematic. And with these sketches, they will discuss with the client and they will finalize the product, the last furniture product they want. And then these are some aspects we wanted to highlight: the ergonomics and anthropometry to ensure the furniture is safe, is very user-friendly and comfortable. And then I'll pass this to Brian.
Good morning everyone, my name is Brian. So now I have to talk about computer-aided design, and so basically we can use this software to see the chairs and the lamps in detail. We can use this software to divide the lamp into the half. We can use this software to divide the lamp into the half, and we can see the details in the lamp. For example, this is the diffuser and this is the ring light. Next, we can use this software to color the chairs and the lamps so that it appears to be more realistic. Next will be the schematic drawings, and also called the master of drawings. This drawing shows the significant components of the chairs. For example, this is the width, the height and the length, and the degree of the chairs. As we disassemble the chairs, we can see each compartments of the chairs. And we assemble it, we can see the degrees of the chairs and part of the chairs. Okay, next will be the technical illustration. This technical illustration will be, upon completion, will be given to the manufacturer. So each aspect should be more specific. For example, this is a cushion and this is a seat.
Okay, basically the detailed design and technical illustrations is for manufacturers. Okay, sorry. Okay, sorry. Can I continue?
Faster.
Okay. After giving the technical illustration drawings, and for the manufacturer, the manufacturer is the right materials. Like the three main materials are metals, plastics, and woods. But there are a lot of different types of woods and material, and steel, like stainless steel. And if I move on, after you manufacture, you have your product. Branding, packaging, marketing is very important. If your product is good and it's not well known, people will not use it. So you have to know how to put it on the market. Like for IKEA, if IKEA is very well known, so when you go to IKEA, you see their products, you have faith in them. But if you're working for a not so well known company and you have your product, yes, it's good, but people will not know that your product even exists. And yep, this is your furniture. We have people and studios. And in conclusion, these are actually the case studies. This is actually a coral, and they made it into a lamp inspired by coral. This is a rib of human, and they made a chair out of it. These files are humans rich, and yep, thank you. This is the references.
Who did the slide?
Yeah.
Most of it is from Adam, right? I mean, like, whenever he emailed with the slide, some of it I haven't seen.
Alright, next group, architecture, Chang Mei Chen. Okay, everyone ready?